Ofrecer, just the verb by itself, means to offer. So it's quite similar. I mean, it only, I would say they almost have the same spelling, but not really. But, they share some similar sounds. Ofrecer, offer. Okay, so essentially this is the main meaning of the verb ofrecer. Ofrecer, to offer. This verb can be used with reflexive pronouns, by the way. If you want to know more about reflexive pronouns, that was like one of the most recent lessons that I have on my channel. So I explain a lot about reflexive pronouns and how to use them. So check that out if you want to know more about it. But yeah, this verb works with reflexive pronouns. So let's look at the first example using ofrecer. Ofrecer. ¿Qué te ofrecen? ¿Qué te ofrecen? So this is a question. It's not that complicated. And we're using the verb ofrecer. This means, what do they offer you? Or what are they offering you? Similar to that, the more literal translation is, what do they offer you? Okay? So let's break this down and let's see how ofrecer works in this sentence. So first we have que. Que means what. You can use it by itself if you just want to say what. Que. Okay. But also it's part of, different questions. So que means what. Remember the accent mark on top of the letter E when que is in a question. That's very important. Sometimes it doesn't need it when it's not in a question, and the pronunciation is the same. So don't worry about any difference. Que is que, with or without an accent mark. Que. Okay, so what? And then we have a reflexive pronoun, te. Te is similar to saying, they in this situation. Sometimes, actually it's you. Sorry about that. Te sometimes means yourself or you. Okay? So in this situation, te means you. And then we have ofrecen. Okay, ofrecen. And this is the verb that we're learning right now. And something important to note here is that when que is in a question, usually, it can mean what, just what, or it can mean what do. Okay, what do, ... if you add more to que. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then we have, as I said before, ofrecen. This is the verb conjugated for the personal pronoun ellos or ellas. Okay, but we don't need that in the question. We don't need the personal pronoun here, ellos, ellas, which mean ellos and ellas mean they. Okay, but we don't have it here. We don't need it. Okay, we need the conjugated verb. And then ofrecen in this situation means they offer, even though the personal pronoun is not there. Okay, you always need to pay attention to the conjugation of the verb. Okay, because personal pronouns are not there all the time. So we need to pay attention to the verb. ¿Qué te ofrecen? Remember the intonation when you're saying a question or when you're asking in Spanish. ¿Qué te ofrecen? What do they offer you? It's very similar to the English one. When you ask, you have, some certain intonation. What do they offer you? It's the same in Spanish. ¿Qué te ofrecen? Okay, ¿qué te ofrecen? So that's something important to notice. Excellent. So, ¿qué te ofrecen means what do they offer you? Or similar to saying what are they offering you? Okay, so this is a very interesting question. Now, let's look at the next example using ofrecer. Ofrecer. Yo estoy ofreciendo una buena oportunidad. Yo estoy ofreciendo una buena oportunidad. This means I am offering a good opportunity. Okay? So another easy sentence over here. And let's break it down. Let's see where ofrecer is and how it works in this sentence. So we have yo. Yo. Yo means I. We don't need it, but sometimes we say it in Spanish. Okay, sometimes we say it specifically if you want to be specific. If, for example, when talking about he and she, usually the conjugation of the verb or the verb conjugation is the same for he and she in Spanish, él and ella. So if you want to be precise, specific, then you can say the personal pronouns. But in this situation, I had the option to have it or not. So right now I have it. Let's go with that. Yo estoy. Without it, I can just say estoy ofreciendo una buena oportunidad. And that's fine. That's correct. So yo estoy means I am. Okay? Ofreciendo, this is the verb that we're learning right now, ofrecer, and it's in the gerund form. So the ending NDO, ofreciendo, caminando, escuchando, trabajando. That's the gerund in Spanish. And ofreciendo means offering. In English, offering, that's also the gerund, the English gerund. So that is good. This is almost a literal translation. Yo estoy ofreciendo, I am offering una means a. Una is feminine. This is an indefinite article. You have also un. Okay, un means a as well. But when you have a feminine noun like this one, oportunidad, la oportunidad, that's feminine, then you have to use feminine indefinite articles. So that's because la oportunidad is feminine. So you need that. Same with definite articles like el, la, los, las. You have to use either feminine or masculine, but you gotta pay attention to the noun that you're using. Okay, so pay attention to the noun. That noun is feminine. That's why we're saying una. Una, and also singular, by the way. So una means a. Buena means good. Buena means good. It's also feminine. Buena is feminine. Why? Because of the noun. Oportunidad is feminine. So, una buena oportunidad. Oportunidad means opportunity. Okay? They're almost similar. Almost as similar. They have a similar spelling. Almost. But it's quite different. Oportunidad, una buena oportunidad. You can also say una oportunidad buena, because in Spanish we usually have any adjectives like buena after the noun. So right here. But sometimes you can use certain adjectives before the nouns. Okay, so you just have to pay attention to that. Just listen to, to different Spanish speakers speak, and you will see those little differences. Okay, so una buena oportunidad or una oportunidad buena. Both work. Excellent. So, yo estoy ofreciendo una buena oportunidad. I am offering a good opportunity. So if you want to say to offer in Spanish, you can use the verb, oops, my arrow's terrible. You can use ofrecer, okay? Ofrecer. That's the most basic meaning of the verb ofrecer, to offer.